Kent's Mark Davis nearly pulled off an incredible LV County Championship victory for his side over Essex in Chelmsford, only for Ben Foulkes and James Foster to save the game for the home team. After the whole of the penultimate day had been lost to the weather, everyone assumed that the final day was going to be about nothing but bonus points. Kent began it on 214 for 5, 2 runs to the good, with Darren Stevens closing in on his 100 after resuming his knock on 91. He had to get there without Geraint Jones, who should know by now just how accurate David Masters generally is. Leaving him is fraught with danger, as it proved. Stevens moved on to 99 and now just needed one more run for the 25th 100 of an excellent career, but in going for it, he sold his captain James Treadwell well short, allowing Jake Mickleborough to set up a simple run-out. Thankfully for Stevens, he did soon make it to 3 figures for the first time this season, but for the 4th time in 5 years at this ground. And then he decided to go on the attack to try to earn his side as many batting points as possible. It was at times streaky, but these shots soon had Kent at the 250 mark. The next challenge was going to be to get to 300. And that looked as if it would be a breeze, with Matt Coles helping Stevens along. He too looked to play his shots, and with these two now going along rather nicely, it brought home even more the disappointment of the previous day. This could well have been a thrilling encounter between two well-matched teams. Stevens was the big difference between the two in the first innings. He added to his 15 fours by launching Ravi Bopara over mid-wicket for a maximum, as Kent moved within one more boundary of their 300. Yet they failed to get there. Indeed, they failed to score even one more run after Stevens went after Bopara again, only to find Graham Napier at long on. Stevens was out for an exceptional 136 after more than 5 hours at the crease. The batsman crossed in that dismissal, so Coles was now on strike, only to lose his wicket next ball as he took on the arm of Masters and lost, just. Coles was out for 30. Rhys Toppy then removed Charlie Shrek for a duck as Kent were all out for 296 for a first innings lead of 84. Surely it was now just about some practice for the rest of the game, especially as the newly capped Tom Westley struck Shrek for 2 quick boundaries before lunch. Few would have guessed at the break what was about to happen. On the restart, Westley edged Davis behind on 17. Bopara picked up a pair in the same over, the ball lifting at him to catch the edge which was held by Sam Northeast. Mark Patini got an even more unplayable ball in Davis's next over and nicked to Coles. Before Davis made it 4 wickets in 11 deliveries as Ryan Tenduscarter was well held by Stevens for a duck. And when Shrek, who deserved a wicket, joined in the next over by having Mickleborough taken behind by Jones, Essex had slumped in a flash to 24 for 5. That left them still 60 runs behind, with Davis having figures of 4 for 9, and now Kent were favourites to complete a wonderful win. Having been blown away for just 63 last weekend, they knew how quickly games could change, and they now needed just a couple more wickets to really put them on the edge of a sensational success. Alas for Kent, they now found Foulkes in fine fettle, and after the shine went off the ball, batting became a lot simpler for both him and his captain Foster. Steadily, these two started to settle things down. They took their side into the lead, and that left Kent with much more to do. Not only did they now need quick wickets, but they were also going to have to find some time to score runs to win. As it turned out, they never got that opportunity, as Foster and Foulkes kept the Kent attack at bay for the rest of the match. Foulkes, a 20-year-old playing in only his 11th first-class game, was a revelation. He won't have played a more significant innings than this and was rewarded with his first 50 of the season and only the 3rd of his career. Given the situation when he came in, it was some effort to get there off 105 deliveries with his 5th 4. By the time that Foster joined him at the 50 mark, this pair had done their job extremely well. The Essex captain had seen off 136 balls from which he'd struck only 3 4s. That didn't matter, of course, as he and his partner had earned their side a hard-fought draw, with Foulkes ending on an exceptional 86. Both batsmen were at the crease for 3 hours, and in that time they took their side from 24 for 5 to the safety of 166 for 5. It was an extraordinary day, and a much more exciting one than anybody anticipated. Kent took 8 points, which leaves them 9 adrift of Leicestershire at the foot of the table, but with a game in hand, while Essex moved into the promotion places, for now, with the 7-point stay accrued.